Grand Rising family. My first time going live early in the morning. Grand Rising. Some of y'all are probably already up and at it, at work, doing whatever you got to do. Grand Rising. I'm spraying some. Ooh. Dreaming I have a clearance spray coming out soon. Didn't really want to show it to y'all because I don't have no sticker on it, but Grand Rising. Hopefully some of y'all join me this morning. Hopefully some of y'all join me this morning live from the bed. If you're joining me, please say what's up. If you're joining me, please say what's up. Say Grand Rising. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, Lexi, for not making me feel like I'm in this thing alone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace, Mad Titan. Peace, 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 brother. So listen, I want to talk to y'all real quick because Spirit had this on my head in the middle of the night. Grand Rising, one Miss Loving Life. Spirit had these words on my head in the middle of the night. Spirit had these words on my head in the middle of the night to tell y'all. And really for myself. Grand Rising, Kevin. Y'all, I'm going to be honest. I haven't brushed my teeth. I haven't washed my face. I haven't done anything like that. I literally woke up, meditated, and was like, okay, let me just make this video real quick before I even get out of bed. Because once I get out of bed, it's about the kids. I got to get them dressed, get them out of the house. So I was like, let me just get up and do this. So hopefully y'all can't smell my breath through the phone. Grand Rising Shadow Self, Grand Rising Will, Grand Rising Biora. I love that name, Biora. Grand Rising, what's up, y'all? Peace, peace, peace. So let's go ahead and get into this topic, right? Spirit had been talking to me and really channeling to me in the night and moving into the morning to get on here and tell y'all, stop waiting to get into the flow state before you start moving and manifesting in your purpose, right? And the reason why I got to share this with y'all is because I myself have been a person who wouldn't just act on what I know I should be doing. I would feel like or think thoughts that said I had to feel a certain way to start manifesting, walking in, living in my purpose, right? Like Spirit would give me a download, Spirit would give me some information, Spirit would channel to me something that I needed to do. And instead of me acting on that thing, I would wait till I was motivated to do it. And Spirit was telling me to tell y'all, the family, that that is something that we have to stop doing. Stop waiting for motivation to move in something that Spirit has already given you. Stop waiting to be motivated to do the things that you already know are in alignment with your purpose, that you already know are in alignment with your passion, that you already know are in alignment with what you are supposed to be doing divinely at this space and time in your life. Stop waiting for motivation because motivation is fleeting. It's here and then it's gone. And when you're waiting for motivation, that means that you are waiting for an external stimulation for you to do the things that Spirit told you to do. And that means that you don't trust that in doing whatever it is that you need to do, right? That means you are you're not trusting the guidance that you have been given. And then you wait for something, you wait for a feeling, you wait for somebody to come and tell you something before you move, and you've missed the moment, you've missed the point, you've missed that space, you've missed that portal for you to really expand your life. Some of y'all's lives are not expanding and growing in the ways that you want them to grow because you keep on waiting to be motivated to move. Spirit wanted me to come on and tell y'all, you don't need motivation, you need inspiration. And inspiration is not from an external stimulation. Inspiration is not like, ooh, she just said that. That inspired me. I'm going to do what I need to do. No, that's motivation. Inspiration, as y'all have heard many people say before, is when you are in spirit, right? Inspiration is when spirit has given you a download, when something just resonates within your heart, something just resonates within your body, something just resonates within your soul, and you just know that this thing is for you. And whether you feel like doing it or not, you take steps, you take action, you do it every day. Spirit is like, some of y'all are not manifesting what you need to manifest because you're waiting to be motivated to move forward. You're still waiting for a sign or a symbol that says this is what you're supposed to be doing. When Spirit is like, I already told you. You know when Spirit is talking to you, when something comes through so clear and it's nagging and you cannot get it out your head. Like what I'm talking to y'all about right now, I was in the middle of the night all the way up until this morning, even when I was asleep, these words were like coming to my head, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not particularly motivated to do it this morning. I got a whole bunch of other morning shit I need to be doing. Morning yoga, morning qigong. I already meditated this morning because that's a non-negotiable. But there's so many other things that I could be doing right now that would pick my energy up, that would prepare me to have a great day or whatever, that would motivate me, that would push me to do something. But you got to do what you got to do. So if Spirit has been nagging you with something like you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, I'm just here to tell you right now, stop waiting. The longer you wait, the smaller these gateways and portals get for you to go through and for you to attract everything that you want. Okay? Some of y'all got things that have been on your head. Some of y'all got things that have been on your heart. Okay? Do not come in here, please. Some of y'all have things that have been on your head. Some of y'all have things that have been on your heart for you to do and start, manifesting and start focusing on. But you haven't been doing it because you don't feel like it. Shout out to you, Mad Titan. Appreciate the love. Some of y'all haven't been doing it because you don't feel like it. Oh, I just don't feel like it. And I can speak to this because I used to be that person. But I had to tap into my inspiration. I had to tap into my inspiration, and I had to tap into my self-discipline. Because I had to come to understand that what I'm being called to do is greater than me. And when I trust what I've been told to do, all the guidance and everything that I need to know is going to come up. I pulled a card before we came on here, an affirmation card, right? And it says, cultivating courage. And the affirmation says, in any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. You be knowing what you need to do, but you be waiting to feel a way about what you got to do. Ooh, that feels good right now. Okay, now's the time. Now's the time. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing, but that if that is the governing reason behind you getting active and you taking the steps to do whatever you need to do, whether it's your healing work, whether it's your ancestral work, whether it's your purposeful work, whether it's your passionate work, no matter what it is, if you are waiting for a feeling, Ms. Blue says this all the time, it ain't about your feelings. It ain't about your feelings. And I'm telling you from experience, I used to wait. I would have an idea in my mind of a video that I needed to make, but I was like, ooh, I gotta feel like it because it's a lot of energy when I do it. But when I started tapping into my self-discipline, when I started tapping more into my masculine energy, right? That discipline is that masculine energy. The feeling, the emotion connected to whatever it is that you need to do, that's the feminine energy. I was already super feminine. I've been feminine, been feminine. I needed to tap more, especially in this point in my life right now. I needed to tap more into my divine masculine energy, which is my self discipline. And what I discovered is that the divine masculine and the divine feminine, they work side by side, hand in hand. One triggers the other. So when I realized, okay, I got this idea, I don't necessarily feel like it, but I'm going to tap into that divine masculine energy that is within me, and I'm just be disciplined and do it. When I tapped into that energy and I took that first step and I pressed start on the live and I did whatever it is that I need to do. I sent that tedious email that I really didn't feel like sending. When I did that, the inspiration flowed to me. The motivation flowed to me. The desire flowed to me. The want to do something flowed to me. So y'all are not doing what you need to do because you're waiting for the feeling first, when you need to rely on the inner knowing first. You got to know first that what you are doing is in alignment with spirit, your higher self, your divinity, your purpose, your passion. Once you know that first, it doesn't matter how you feel. Trust the process, that when you take action and when you do what it is that you've been called to do, all of the emotions and all of the good feels and all of the gratitude and all of that comes with it, right, are going to happen. That's going to happen. Spirit is going to give you the emotional confirmation that what you are doing is well, that what you are doing is good, that what you are doing is in alignment. Spirit has to give you that because Spirit wants you to keep going. Spirit is not going to download something to you and say, this is a part of your purpose. This is what you need to be doing. This is a part of your reason for existing in this lifetime. Spirit is not going to tell you that and then you start operating in it and you don't get the emotional confirmation. You are going to get the emotional, feeling-based, motivation, inspiration, confirmation. You're going to get that naturally once you already know first. Shout out to you, Ty. I appreciate the love. Okay? Once you know, right? Like I've been knew that I was a spiritual healing coach, but I was just like, I don't necessarily like creating posts and stuff. I enjoy going live. I enjoy talking to y'all. But my mind would trick me and say, well, you got to feel good about whatever it is that you want to talk about. You got to be feeling it. You got to be motivated by whatever the topic is. And Spirit had to tell me, no, anything that you talk about that is in alignment with your spiritual coaching, that is in alignment with your spiritual healing, anything that you talk about that has to do with healing, once you start the conversation, the inspiration, the love, the passion is going to come to you because this is a part of you. Oh, even right now, it's early in the morning. I'm turned the hell up. It's early. I have not even, literally, I got out of my bed to go to the bathroom. Then I came back to bed because I meditate in my bed because Dream meditates in the magic room. And we be most likely meditating at the same time. And, but even right now, I'm like, my energy just turned all the way up just to have this conversation. The way that I feel right now is not the way that I felt when I came into this conversation. Okay? The way that I feel right now is not the way that I felt when I came into the conversation. But because I've been tapping into that divine masculine energy, it's like, you got to do it because I just told you to. You got to do it because I just told you to. Spirit had been talking to me about it all night. All night. It was like, somebody needs to hear this and I need you to say it because you have experience with it. And then I was just like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to wait. I couldn't even wait because I've been going live twice a week, probably around 12, 1 o'clock, something like that. I've been going live twice a week. But for this one, I couldn't even wait till then. I didn't want to wait till then, right? Because I know and understand that it's not about my motivation. It's not about a feeling. It's about just relaying a message. And then as I do that, I'm going to end up feeling good about it because I'm in alignment with spirit, because I'm in alignment with my purpose and I'm doing what I've been guided to do. Okay? Really, Dream? You putting me and Mook on blast right now? You putting us on blast right now. Anyways, y'all, so again, you don't need external motivation to do the things that Spirit has called you to do. It's a lie. It's an illusion. I'm telling you right now, it's a lie. It's an illusion. You don't need anything external for you to be operating in your purpose, for you to be operating in your passion, and for you to be doing the things that Spirit has called you to do. You don't need no external forces to do that. Everything that you need is within you. Everything that you need is within you. Everything that you need is within you. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. Everything that you need is within you. Stop waiting for external stimulation. Stop waiting for me. Stop waiting for dreams. Stop waiting for anybody. I love that, Mook. Honoring the calling. That's perfectly it. Stop waiting for anybody. Exactly. You know what? Manifest. That's the thing. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's manifest. Because manifest what be happening. They be getting them callings. They be getting them channelings. That them shits be nagging them like it was nagging me this morning. Right? It be all in their ear. They can't stop. They cannot stop hearing it until they do it, until they live it out, until they manifest it, right? Manifest until they accomplish the mission that their spirit has instilled in them. Okay? So it's the same thing for you. Y'all are getting the guidance, right? Y'all are getting the guidance. You're getting the messages. And if you're not getting the messages, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to get a reading from Mook, or you need to hop on a call with me, or you need to get on a consultation with Dream. You need to talk to somebody because your ego is blocking you from hearing spirit. Your trauma is blocking you from hearing spirit. And your ego, your trauma, that shadow self will block you from hearing spirit. It will block you because if you hear from spirit and you listen to spirit, some of those trauma, some of that identifying with your trauma, all of that shit has to die. It has to go. There are things that you have to let go of. And your ego, your trauma, and the fragments of your mind that was created through those traumatic experiences doesn't want to die, no matter how much you want to level up in your life. No matter how much you want to transform your life, no matter how much you want to be a better person, have healthy relationships, manifest more abundance, no matter how much you want to do that, your trauma is like, we don't know that. And so because you are still identified with your trauma, because you are still so identified with who you have been, right? Who you were in the past, because you are still caught up in that, okay? You can't hear directly from spirit, right? Or you hear and you don't trust it because you're afraid subconsciously that if you trust these messages, it's going to shake your whole world up. And the funny thing is that the shaking up of your world is exactly what you need in order for you to create a new world, right? That's exactly what you need in order to create a new world. Think about natural disasters. It's horrible, it's terrible in the moment, but once everything is rebuilt and recreated, you be like, damn, this is exactly what needed to happen so that we can cleanse this energy, so that we can be made anew. Okay? So stop waiting. Yeah, exactly, Sarabi. Chaos. Facts. So let's stop waiting. Let's stop waiting. Let's stop. God. The only thing that I need you to be waiting on is your higher self. And when I say waiting on your higher self, when we think about waiting, we can also think about a waitress or a server at a restaurant. When we get good service, great service from a waiter or from a waitress at a restaurant, a couple of things that they're doing. They're always checking in on you. Hey, is everything good? Are you enjoying your meal? Can I refill your cup? They greet you right when you walk in. You're supposed to be only waiting on your higher self, meaning checking into yourself. Is everything good? How do I need to refill my cup? What do I need to make this experience better? That's the only thing that you wait on. Do you understand? When you get the guidance, when you get the message, when you get the download, when you get the channel, when you get the calling, like on Manifest. I love Manifest. I could just keep watching episode after episode after episode after episode, but Dream be getting sleepy, and if I watch an episode without him, we gonna have to go back and watch that same episode. So I just have to turn it off and come to bed. If you get the calling, you get the inspiration, you get the pull, the internal pull, the heart pull, to do something, to speak something, to act as something, to behave as something, to walk as something, to live as something. You just gotta be radical. You just gotta be radically different, babe. But go ahead. If you get the calling to do anything, you do it. You don't wait for no inspiration. You don't wait for no feeling, because feelings and motivation are all fleeting. Feelings and motivations are all fleeting. They're all coming and going. But that internal guidance, that nagging voice, that intuition, that spirit, it's always present with you. And the more you listen, the more you trust, the more you move without anything external telling you what to do, okay? The more vortexes of abundance, the more gateways of prosperity, the more openings of the way, and the removal of blockages, okay? The more you create space for you to receive all that you've been asking Spirit for. All that you've been asking Spirit for. You get to have that. All right? You get to have that. It's just like mental obedience. This is spiritual obedience. You got to know the difference between ego and intuition. Because a lot of times we can be very mental and we're all in our egos. Because both reside in the mental. Okay? Both reside in the mental. So I was talking about this with our Patreon family on the Geneva app on Saturday. I was talking about the same thing with our Patreon family on the Geneva app on Saturday. Your ego is not kind. Your ego is not compassionate. Your ego it talks to you in a tone that makes you feel like you're almost belittled. Your intuition, your spirit, it talks to you urgently. It talks to you quickly, but it's still coming from a place of love. It's still coming from a place of compassion for you. And here's why your intuition can speak to you in that way. Because whether you listen or not, you're still going to get to the end result, right? You're still going to get to the end result of whatever mission you set out to accomplish in this life. You're still going to get there. But how quickly do you want to get there is the question. See, when you're all in your ego, what you manifest is blockages, roadblocks, detours, delays, traffic as you are getting to whatever level, whatever step, whatever space, whatever place you're supposed to be in. When you're in your ego and you're not listening to spirit, you manifest all types of roadblocks, delays, speed bumps, detours in getting to the destination. When you tap into your intuition and you let that be your deciding factor on how you move forward in life, that voice of love, that voice of compassion, that voice of empathy, that voice of understanding, when you listen to that, you get from point A to B faster. There is no roadblocks, there is no delays, there is no speed bumps. It's smooth sailing. You understand? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand the difference between the two. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand the difference between the two. And I want you to understand you're going to get there regardless. You're going to get there regardless. How fast you get there is what makes the difference. And I'm going to tell y'all the same thing I told the Patreon family on Saturday. Listening to your intuition can be the difference between life or death. Listening to your intuition could be the difference between life or death. I got to tell you straight up. I told the Patreon family on Saturday, I literally had an experience. I was in high school. And I had a vision. Just like, oh, I'm so glad to tell this story. Mook, I hope you're still on here so you can hear my vision just like on damn, what's that show? Manifest, right? I had a vision. I had a vision of me lying dead on the side of a highway. Came quick. I was wide awake, just like I am right now. I was wide awake, just like I am right now. I looked down at my shirt, and my shirt, the shirt that I was wearing at the time, triggered a vision of me laying on the side of the highway dead. Got into a car accident. And I guess at that point in my life, I wasn't really connecting with my higher self. I was probably 18 years old in high school, probably running around acting crazy, not really understanding who I divinely am. And I had that vision. And that vision was from my spirit, my higher self, my intuition, or what my mother called at the time, the Holy Ghost. Okay? I had that vision. It came across my eyes real quick, scared the hell out of me. And because I did know, and because I am connected to spirit, and because I have purpose, and because I had a reason for being here, like talking to y'all today, instead of me driving that day, I called my mom. I said, Mom, I can't drive today. I need you to take me to the different places that I gotta go. I had a vision of me being dead on the side of the highway. See, that was a bold vision from my intuition. That was a bold vision from my higher self. It was bold. It was like, I'm about to make sure you know, because if you don't listen to the message that I'm giving you right now, the result is not going to be something that you want. So listening to your intuition could literally be the difference between life and death. Literally. Okay? So stop waiting on an external motivation. Stop waiting on somebody to tell you what to do. Your higher self, your spirit has already given you everything that you need. That's not to say that you won't need assistance along the road, because we all need support. We all have spirit guides. We all have ancestors. We all have angels in the physical. I may be an angel to some of y'all, manifested in the physical. Some of y'all are angels for me, manifested in the physical. Okay? So that's not to say that you cannot receive support as you are navigating this thing. But what you need to know is that everything you need is within you. So internally and intuitively, you will know who you need to connect with to manifest your purpose. You will know who you need to have conversations with to receive guidance from. But if you're not moving because you're waiting on something outside of you to give you that push, to give you that understanding, I'm here to tell you right now, Spirit said it's no more for that. You ain't gonna manifest any of the things that you want if you are continuously waiting for something outside of you to motivate you to do something. This is not about your feelings. This is about your spiritual mission, your spiritual purpose, and your passion. This is about you doing the things you have been called to do, ordained to do, destined to do. This is what this is about. Okay? So I love y'all. What is today? Thursday. Y'all have a happy, happy Thursday. I may go live again today. Who knows? Who knows? If I get the calling, I'm going to make manifest. If I get the calling, I will make manifest. But the calling came early today, so I'm glad to be able to talk to y'all. And it seems like this is a popping time. This is, the most people that's done been on at the same time. So maybe morning times is the new calling for me. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Have a happy Thursday. Thank you to everybody that donated, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.